As I call your name, please open your mic. Right? So please participate in our class. So help me to solve the problems, equations na ating bibigyan ng solutions. Alright? Here. Alright. Thank you. So, wala nang intro because we need a lot of time here to discuss parabola. And our title for today is all about parabola. And we have 5 learning outcomes. Here, we're going to define the parabola, determine the different properties of parabola, find the parts of the parabola given its equations. Number 4, we're going to find the equation of the parabola given its parts. And we're going to determine here the SF or the standard form of the parabola with the vertex at the origin and the vertex at HK. Okay, Bench, Frederick, can you please read what is parabola? Can you please open your mic, Bench? So what is parabola?
Hello po. Good afternoon po.
Hello.
A parabola is a set of points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed line, the directrix, and a fixed point, the focus.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you, Sir Bench. A parabola is a set of points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed line. Meaning to say, equidistant is like in a circle. In a circle, we have the so-called fixed point and up to the end point of the circle, and that is what we call the radius, and that is equidistant from fixed point to the end points of a circle. That is equidistant, meaning to say that is equal here. Okay, when we say fixed line, that will be directrix. Directrix is, it could be a vertical, it could be a horizontal, and a fixed point is what we call the focus. So tignan natin dito using your module. Again, these are the parts of the parabola. We have the focus, directrix, axis of symmetry, and the vertex. Again, when we see focus, that is the fixed point, and the directrix is the fixed line. And the axis of symmetry, it could be an x and it could be a y axis. That is the line through the focus perpendicular always to the directrix. When we say perpendicular, it is ito po, yung nasa drawing. That is perpendicular. That is the axis of symmetry. As you can see, the broken line here, that is the axis of symmetry. Ito po, naka-horizontal po siya. Again, axis of symmetry could be a y-axis or it could be an x-axis. And we have the vertex. Vertex is the terminating point or the point from the axis of symmetry halfway between the directrix and the focus. Meaning to say, that is the center between the directrix and the focus. Whatever the units or the distance from vertex to focus, it is always equal to from the distance of vertex to directrix. So, mamaya, mas maintindihan natin yan. Here, another definition from the other sources. We have the properties of parabola. Again, the broken line here, the red one, is the axis of symmetry. This is like a mirror of each other. If you have 4 here, meaning to say the right wing of the parabola, it should be 4 also. A total of 8. And as you can see here, we have the latus rectum, we have the focus, we have vertex, and we have directrix. And directrix po, it always is the total opposite of the opening of the graph. When we see properties of parabola kasi, we have 4 openings. Number 1 is opens downward, opens upward, opens to the right, opens to the left. Okay, we have 4 openings and we have 2 representation, horizontal and the vertical. As you can see here, what are the 2P and P here? So mamaya, mas maintindihan natin once na nag-solve na tayo. So yan po, yung right wing of the parabola is equivalent to 2P and latus rectum, the left wing of the parabola is 2P. So as you can see here, this is the distance from the focus to vertex. Again, this vertex is the midway between focus and directrix. Meaning to say, this is the value of p. If it is equal to 4, meaning to say the vertex from directrix is also equal to 4. So how to find the value of p? Mamaya solve natin. Again, vertex Directrix focus, just read the definition. You can rely on your modules or you can read this one. Okay, directrix is a line which is p units below or above the vertex. It could be below, above, right, or left. Okay, latus rectum. I will show to you how to find the value of the latus rectum. Okay, so let's move on first from this SF or the standard form equation of parabola. Here, it's like in a circle. In a circle, we have two formulas when it comes to standard form and one formula for the general form. In the circle, we have x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. If the center, if the center is the origin when it comes to circle, the formula is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Same goes with the standard form. If the standard form of parabola, if the center is at the origin, meaning to say 0, 0, ordered pair kasi when we say origin, this is ordered pair 0, 0. Meaning to say origin po yan, vertex is the intersection of two number lines. Okay? So the short formula is y squared is equal to 4px. So what is the shortcut here or strategy for us to know how to identify if it is a graph, if the graph is horizontal, opens to the right, opens to the left, opens upward, opens downward. The first formula that we're going to tackle here is y squared is equal to 4px. This is the number, this is the representation of our first formula. So as you can see, we're going to consider this drawing parabola para pare-paras tayo ng concept. This is the opening. As you can see the arrow going to the right, tawagin natin siyang opening of the graph. We say opening, it could be right, it could be left, it could be upward, it could be downward. Here po, this is the front. This is not the front. Again, this is the opening. So we're going to consider this one as front. Okay? Para pare-parehas tayo ng concept. So the front is ito po. Kung saan po siya liliko. Diba siya dyan? Tapos liliko na siya. That is our front. That is the front of the parabola. Yan po yung way to identify if y has squared or x has squared. Kung saan po nakaharap yung ating parabola, ibig sabihin po, yun po yung may squared. As you can see po, nakaharap po siya sa may y. That's why, ang may y po is yung may squared is yung y. And again, if y has exponent of 2, meaning to say, the p has a variable x. And vice versa. If ever, x has an exponent of 2, and the p has a variable of y. But before that, again, if 4p is a positive, meaning the opening of the graph is to the right. Again, nakaharap po yung parabola natin sa y. That's why y has an exponent of 2. And the vertex is 0, 0. And as you can see, 4p is positive. That's why the opening of the graph is to the right side. And we have 4p, the second formula, but it's not included here. Just simply add negative or minus sign to a beside 4. Because our 4p here is negative. It's like this. Sabi niya dito, the condition here is if 4p is less than 0, and that is opens to the left. Again, nakaharap po yung parabola natin still sa y, but the direction or the opening of the parabola is to the left. That's why the formula that we are going to use here is y squared is equal to negative 4px. Alright? And this number 3 formula here is the x values. So we have x squared is equal to 4py. The representation of the parabola should be vertical. Okay? It could be it should be vertical. Why? Because the front of the parabola is at x-axis. That's why you need to add exponent or the exponent should be in x values, or we're going to use this one another formula that this is the third. You need to memorize this. X squared is equal to 4py. Again, this is the front of the parabola. That's why x has exponent of 2. And again, since x po yung ating x po ang ating ginamit na variable, then port P should have a value of y. And that the representation, if you have an if you have an exponent in the variable x, it is always vertical, and the opening is always upward, or it could be downward. So two possible answer. If, of course, if it is positive, the opening is upward, just like this. Because x word is equal to 4py, the opening should be upward, just like this po sa ating number 3 na graph. And another formula is if it is downward, si downward is ninegate niya yung upward, meaning to say that will be downward. We're going to use, this is number 4. Just simply add negative. X squared is equal to negative 4 p y. And again, sir, why is it x has exponent of 2? Because po, the parabola, the front of parabola is at x-axis. That's why a variable that has an exponent of 2 should be x. And the rectrix is a vertical. It could be a vertical, it could be horizontal, and the vertex is always the middle or the midway between the focus and the rectrix. And again, sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, since it is a midway, meaning to say, the vertex from focus is the same lang po yung kanilang distansya. And of course, the vertex to directrix is the same lang po yung kanilang distansya din. And saan po yung makukuha, sir? We're going to compute the P. So saan natin kukunin yung P? Sa 4P. Meaning to say, the port P is the most important variable in number that we are going to manipulate in order for us to solve the equation of a parabola. Again, if the opening of the parabola is upward, just like this, meaning to say the total opposite is nandoon, which is the directrix. Okay, as you can see here, the P is equal to 4, and this is the distance, this is the vertex. So we have P 4. If P is equal to 4, and that is the distance between vertex to focus. And the vertex from directrix, the distance should be 4 also. Meaning to say, if you're going to get the value of 2P, just simply substitute 2 times 4, and that will be 8. Yan. So if it is 2P, the first wing or the right wing should be 8 units from focus, start always from focus to the endpoints of the parabola. Then if the right wing has 8 units, it should be 8 units also from left wing. Sorry. so, so na tayo. Yeah, so we still have in the vertex 0, 0. And again, the value of P is always positive. The distance from the vertex to the focus is always positive. And now let's move on. If the vertex is at HK, that is the long formula. Again, this is vertex is 0, 0. This is the short formula. And the second formula, I mean the standard form, the long formula, which is included the value of HK. Meaning to say we have the value of vertex. Just like 1, 3, 1, 4, negative 1, 2, negative 3, 1. Just like that. Just like in a circle, if you already mastered the circle, it is parang same lang yung atake niya dito, no? So we have the SF of the parabola if the vertex is at HK. Now, let's move on to the formula. As you can see, the exponent is included in the value of y. Meaning to say, sabi ko sa inyo kanina, if the exponent is included in the y, meaning to say po that the front of the parabola is nakaharap sa value ng y. Since y has exponent 2, the formula at the parabola is naka-front po siya sa value ng y. Just like this po in our figure number 1. Sir, tumagos naman siya sa value ng y. Still, humarap pa rin siya sa value ng y. Alright? And the opening, if the value of y has an exponent 2, the opening is could be right or left. But if your 4p is positive, meaning to say it is opens to the right. Alright? And the second figure that we have here, that will be the negative 4p. But still, parehas lang po yung formula na gagamitin natin. Just add negative beside 4. So quantity of y minus k, y minus k squared is equal to negative 4p. Tapos x minus H. Yan po yung formula natin when it comes to opens to the left. Same goes with formula number 1 when it comes to HK. Ito yung HK ha, kanina 00. Origin ang tawag dito. Ito naman HK. Pag HK, that is the long formula. Yung number 2 formula natin dito, just add negative because it opens to the left. Okay? And we have this third formula that is x. This time, x has exponent of 2, but don't forget, but the counterpart of y is always the value of k. And the counterpart of x, it is always the value of the h. Okay? So same goes with the circle, right? In circle, we have the exponent of 2, exponent of 2, x and y. But here, since we're talking about the parabola, parabola has only one exponent, which is only one exponent, which is 2. Parabola kasi. So, x minus h squared. Why is it x has an exponent 2? Because according to the figure number 3, nakaharap po siya, kanyang harap is nakaharap po siya sa x po. That's why x minus h squared po ang ating gagamitin. And since positive yung 4p, opening of the graph is upward. So we're going to negate again. And the formula here, or the fourth formula, is x minus h squared is equivalent to negative 4p y minus k. So that is downward because you have a negatives. And tandaan, 4p is the most important variable and number when it comes to solving the equation of the parabola. And again, the directrix is horizontal and the vertex is the midway between the focus and the directrix. Review tayo. So we have the number 1 if the vertex is 0, 0 and squared y squared is equal to 4px. Second formula, if positive po, the opening is to the right. If the opening is to the left, y squared is equal to negative 4px. If the opening is upward and x po yung may exponent, 4py. And if it is downward, the formula that we're going to use is x squared minus 4py. Same goes with this one. If the vertex is at HK, you need to memorize the four formula here. Just like this. If opens upward or opens up, so the exponent is nasa x. If opens to the right, nasa y po yung exponent. If opens downward, the exponent is at x. If the exponent is y, then opens left. Yan po yung kanyang shortcut. So again, if y has exponent, this is the graph. If x has an exponent of 2, this is the graph. Okay? So we're going to apply now the standard form equation of parabola if the vertex is at 0, 0 or the vertex is at hk. This is the first question here. What is the focus, vertex, directrix, and endpoints of the latus rectum in the parabola whose equation is x squared is equal to 8y? So first, we're going to find the value of vertex, focus, directrix, and the latus rectum. How to find the value of vertex? So as you can see, x squared is equal to 8y. We don't have the value of hk here. That's why it's like in a circle. If we don't have the value of hk, what is the vertex, guys? Kung wala tayong value ng hk, ano yung agad-agad na vertex natin? Answer? What is the vertex? Kung walang value ng hk, just open your mic, guys. Open your mic. Do not use our in-call messages. Just open your mic. If you know the answer, if we don't have the value of hk, what is the center? Hello, it should be an ordered pair. Sino nakakaalam na sagot? If x squared is equal to 8y, we don't have the value of hk. What is the vertex? Dalawa lang yung vertex natin ha. HK and ano isa? STEM? Sabi ni Sir Rain, magagaling daw ang STEM 13 to 16. Nasaan na yung mga magagaling dyan? What is the vertex? Open your mind.
Sir,
Iranyo.
can I try po? Can I
Yes.
try po?
What is the vertex?
Um, the vertex is 00 po.
Very good. The vertex is 0, 0 because we don't have the value of hk here. X squared is equal to 8y. If the problem is looks like this, we're going to use x squared is equal to 4py, meaning to say the exponent is at x. And if we're going to look back at our standard form equation of the parabola and the representation of the parabola, kung titingnan nyo, yung exponent is yung x. And as you can see po, we have 8y is positive. And kung babalikan natin, x squared is equal to 4py. That is our number 3 formula. And that is vertical parabola. Nakaharap po siya parabola sa ating x values. Okay? So mamaya, mas maintindihan natin. So nakuha na natin yung vertex, ibig sabihin po nandito siya. Ngayon, paano natin kukunin yung focus, sir? Kukunin natin yung focus depende kung ano yung value ng ating 4P. Again, this is the original equation and we're going to use x squared is equal to 4py. Sir, why do we need to use x squared is equal to 4py? Kasi nga that is our third formula. X squared is equal to 4py. This same lang po yan sa x squared is equal to 8y para makuha natin yung value ng 4p. At yung 4p po, pinalitan na siya. Yung 4p po, pinalitan ng 8. So, papalitan natin yung 4p. 4p is equal to 8. To find the value of p, we need to divide both sides by 4. And the value of p now is equivalent to 2. Yan. So we know now the value of P, which is 2. So we're going to write here vertex, which is 0, 0. And as you can see, the opening, what is the opening of the graph, even though we don't know the value of the focus. Di ba saan ba may exponent yung x? Kapag yung graph natin nakaharap yung parabola sa value ng y, ibig sabihin y squared ang ating gagamitin. Since the x value here has the exponent of 2, what is the opening of the graph? And 8 is positive. Is it downward or upward? Anyone?
Upward.
It's upward because the exponent is at x.
Up.
Yes, it's upward and 8 or 4p is positive. Meaning to say, kung nasaan po yung opening ng graph, nandun din palagi si focus. I repeat, kung ano po yung opening ng graph, nandun po palagi si focus. So ilan po yung kanyang distance from vertex to focus? And to find the value of the vertex, the distance from vertex to focus, we need to find the value of P. And we already know the value of P. The value of P here is 2. We need to count from 2 units upward. Because according to your classmate, the opening is upward. And strategy here, the focus is always at the side of the opening. Kung nasaan si focus, nandun din si opening. And sabi nyo, since positive and since x has exponent of 2, meaning to say focus is upward then. So pataas tayo. So bibilang tayo ng 2 counts because we have the value of p which is 2. 1, 2. So this is the value of focus. And if you're going to locate the coordinates of focus, that will be 0, then 2. Just like in the rectangular coordinate system, if we have the plot F here, we're going to locate the coordinates. We're going to count x comes first, y comes second. As you can see, we don't have the value of x here, but we have the value of y, which is 2, 1, 2. So since upward, so that will be positive. So the answer here is 0, 2. Now, balikan natin what is the definition of the directrix. Directrix, sabi niya dito, it's a line which is p units below or above the vertex. Below or above the vertex. In your module, directrix is the fixed line. But this is the most, para mas maganda yung definition nito. It is a line which p is units below or above the vertex. And since we already know the value of p, we just count 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 units then. Sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, the vertex is the midway between the focus and the directrix. Meaning to say, the distance from vertex to focus is the same with the same with the distance from the vertex to directrix. So, kung 2 units po yung pin natin dyan, so 2 yan, ibig sabihin, 2 units din yung ating value, yung pin natin. Okay? And since the opening is upward, we don't know the value of the LR. What is the latus rectum? Latus rectum, yan natin ma-identify how thick or kung gaano kakapal kanipis yung ating opening or yung graph natin na parabola. Okay? So how? We're going to get the value of 4P. We already know the value of 4P, sir. Because 4P according to you, sir, is 8. Oh. So, ibig sabihin, yung 8 i-divide natin sa 2. Ano ba ang definition ng latus rectum? Di ba? Ito, 2P, 2P, or kalahati niya. Yung 4P, hinati. Sir, yung 4P po hinati, kaya naging 2P. You know? Kaya naging 2P kasi hinati yung 4P. So, tignan natin, balikan natin. So, yung 4P daw, 8. So, ibig sabihin, kapag hinati mo yan, magiging 4. So, we're going to count 4 from right and left. So, this is from focus. Malagi kang mag-start from focus. Then, how many units from right? From focus to right. Ibig sabihin, 4 units po yan. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, nandito yung latus rectum na right. Yung latus rectum na isa is to the left. Okay, 1, start from focus ulit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, nandito yung latus rectum. Okay? So, yan po yung latus rectum, another latus rectum. Kasi nga, yung latus rectum natin, dalawa yan. Ito, oh. Yan. Kung titignan nyo itong drawing natin dito, dalawa po yung kanyang latus rectum. Ay, nawala. Ay, nawala ulit. Yan o, dalawa yan o. Yan ay, yung left at ito yung right. Dito rin, meron tayong right, meron tayong left. So, yan po yung opening ng, that is the graph of our number 1. Sir, paano kunin yung endpoints of LR? Okay, kunin natin. Yung una, bilang natin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So that is negative 4, then positive 2. Kasi nga, x to the left and to the upward naman yung 2. Kaya positive. Yung isa naman, bilang tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So magiging 4, tapos 1 and 2. So 4, 2 is our LR. So these are the latus rectum of our first problem. And what is the directrix? Directrix is the vertical or horizontal line opposite, total opposite opening of the graph. So since the opening is upward, meaning to say, at the back of the opening of the graph, or ang nasa harap niya is yung directrix. Di ba ito yung harap natin? Kung nasaan yung vertex. Yung harap niya is directrix. This is directrix. Kung ano yung natamaan niya, yun po yung value. Kung papansinin niyo nasa y-axis yung directrix natin. Meaning to say, that is negative 2. Count 1, 2. So that is grid line negative 2. The directrix is y negative 2. I repeat. Sir, how did you get focus 0, 2? Because the exponent, sir, is at the x value. That's why the opening is, it could be downward or upward. Sir, since it is positive, ibig sabihin po, sir, it's upward. So we're going to use, since we already know the opening of the graph, sir, meaning to say the focus is at pataas din siya, sir. Kaya nandito yung focus natin. Okay? That's the technique. Next. Sir, yung directrix po ba is palaging opposite ng opening ng graph? Yes po. So, kung ilan po yung distansya ng vertex to focus, same lang po yung vertex to distance ng directrix. Yes, you can see we have 2 is equal to P. Alright? That's why negative 2. So, I hope naiintindihan nyo siya, no? So, number 2 naman, or do you have any questions before we proceed to number 2? Do you have any clarification po? Hello? May tanong po ba bago tayo pumunta sa number 2 na example? Anyone from the class? Ito na yung pinakamahirap na lesson, conic section. Meron pa yung dalawa, ellipse and hyperbola. May tanong po ba? Hello? Okay, tanong.
Mine, sir.
Naintindihan nyo na agad. Just raise your hand.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
so, medyo naguguluhan po ako. Paano po siya naging upward and downward?
Paano siya naging upward? Hello? Paano siya naging upward?
Yes po.
Paano siya naging upward? Balikan natin. Ito. Paano siya naging upward? Yan. Di ba? The equation number 1 is x squared equal to 8y, di ba? If you're going to observe the equation, the exponent is at x values, meaning to say it could be upward or it could be downward. Since the value of 4p here is 8 and that is positive, always choose the upward. Since the value of 4p is 4, I mean 8, and it is positive. If y has an exponent of 2, that's the time that we're going to use this figure. Nagigets ba yung pattern? Kung nasaan po si exponent, doon po nakaharap yung ating parabola. Ano ba yung harap na tinutukoy ni sir? Ito po, oh. Saan ba nakaharap to? Di ba sa x? Oh, yan oh. Yan oh. Yan oh, nakaharap niya sa x oh. Yan. Kaya, dito sa number 1, ang kanyang opening is positive, kaya upward. Kasi x po, nakaharap po yung opening sa XO niya, nakaharap sa x yan, kaya upward. Kaya yung 4p dan is 8. Kaya, pataas din yung focus mo, pataas din yung graph. Hindi siya pwedeng mag-downward kasi, sir, paano pag yung equation ko dyan, sir, is x squared is equal to negative 8y? That's the time na magda-downward ka. Okay? Nagigets nyo ba? Nasagot ko ba yung tanong mo? No.
Yes sir, thank you po.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Number 2. In number 2, we have y plus 3 squared is equal to 4 quantity of x plus 1. So first, how to find the value of vertex here? Just simply observe, by simply observing the equation here, we are going to identify the value of vertex. So just like in a circle, what is the value of vertex here? Answer. So it is a positive. You're going to go back to the original formula that is negative, right? So what is the vertex now? If we have y plus 3 squared is equal to 4 quantity of x plus 1. Answer? Hey, what is the further? What is the counterpart of y? Y is k. What is the counterpart of x? H. Now what is the vertex? Uy, discuss na ang circle, di ba? This is continuation of circle. What is the value of vertex here? Or what is the value of HK? Anyone? If you know the answer, just raise your hand, just mute yourself. Para mas mabilis tayo. Madali lang may tanong eh. What is the value of HK? Uy, hindi nyo alam maghanap ng HK? What is the value of HK?
Sir, can I try po ulit?
Go!
The value of HK is negative 1 and negative 2 po ba? Or not?
K is what? Negative 3. Thank you so much. What is your
Negative
name?
3, yes po. Eranio po sir.
Iranyo. Buti pa si Iranyo. Siya lang yung estudyante ni Sir Rain. Siya lang yung nakagets ng circle. Di ba nag-change na ng sign? If you change the sign, meaning to say, the value of h and k is negative. You're going to multiply negative to negative. That is positive. So the vertex here is hk, di ba? So negative 1, negative 3. We're going to locate now. We're going to plot negative 1 and negative 3. Since we have the value of hk here, we're going to use the long formula of the standard form of parabola. So negative 1, 3. So this is quadrant 4. I mean quadrant 3 kasi both negative. So this is negative 1. 1, 2, 3. So this is the vertex. So this is the vertex. Yeah, vertex. Excuse me. As you can see, ano po yung may exponent? Is it x or y? Hello? Saan po yung exponent? Hello po? Saan po
Y, sir.
nasa Y, di ba? Since nasa Y siya, it could be right or it could be left. Pili kayo, right or left. Tingnan nyo yung 4P niya. 4,
Right.
oh. So 4P niya is 4. 4P is equal to 4. Right or left? Hello?
Left, sir.
Left! Why is it left?
Right, sir, since
Right,
positive
sir.
po.
Positive po
It's
pala.
right. It's positive and the exponent is in y. That's why the opening of the graph is opens to the right. So, pang ganyan siya, ibig sabihin yung focus nandito and directrix nandito. So, ganyan siya. So, mabilisang solving. Okay? That, since we don't know the value of P, masosolve natin yung value ng F kung alam na natin yung value ng P. So, divide natin yung 4P is equal to 4, divide natin sa 4, divide natin sa 4. So what is the value of P now? Answer? What is the value of P?
1, sir.
1. And nasaan yung value ng F? Nasa right or nasa left? Hello? Nasaan ang value ng F? Where is the focus located? Right or left?
Sir, right po.
It's always on the right because the opening of the graph is on the right, right? So kung nasaan yung opening, nandun din si focus. Bilang tayo from right, from vertex to the right side. Ilang unit? Ilang unit? Ilang unit?
One, sir.
One
One.
unit. So, ibig sabihin, this is our focus. Our focus here is located here po. At if you're going to get the coordinates, what is the answer? 0 and what? Hmm?
One, sir.
Wrong. 1, 2. Ilan yan? Nandito oh.
Ay,
Negative
three po pala.
3, 1.
Negative.
Negative
Negative 3.
3, 1.
Negative 3, 1. Why is it negative
Ay,
1?
negative 3, sir.
0 and?
Negative 3,
0 and?
1.
0 and?
Negative 3, sir.
Yan. Very good. So this is the opening of the graph. So we don't need to get the value of the latus rectum. Ibig sabihin, this is the opening of the graph. Sabi ko kanina, opens to the right. And kung nasan yung focus, nandun yung opening ng graph. And now, can you give me the value of directrix? If the directrix is the same with the distance of vertex to focus, what is the answer in directrix? Answer? Hmm. This is the directrix, right? This is the total opposite of the opening of the graph. How many distance do we have here? 1. So this is the directrix. This is the directrix. And directrix is located in what? At what axis? Is it y or x? Is it y or x?
Y2, sir.
Why? Why is it y? Ano bang nadaanan niyang
Ay,
horizontal? Ano bang
X,
line
X,
nadaanan
X
niya?
po.
Anong nasagasaan niya?
X po.
Should be x. X is equal to what? Count. 1, 2. Negative 2. And that is the directrix. Gets nyo ba? Hello? Nagets ba? So
Yes,
number
sir.
we already answered number 2. We have a graph, we have vertex, we have focus, and we have directrix. And let's move on to number 3. Find the standard form of the equation of the parabola given the focus is 2, 4 and the directrix is at x is equal to negative 4. So, dito po, papansinin natin agad, nasaan po si directrix? Hello? Saan ko ilalagay si directrix? Left, right, upward, downward. Sige nga. Saan ko siya ilalagay? Left, right, upward, downward.
Sir, try lang po. Sa left po ba?
Sa left. Because it is x and it is negative. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the directrix. Now, since the directrix is at the left, what is the opening of the graph? Directrix is the total opposite. Di ba? So dito po lang makikita mo na agad. Oh, ilocate muna natin yung focus natin, 2, 4. So 2, 4 is in quadrant 1. 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our focus. Now, we already plotted the focus. Now, what is the opening of the graph? What is the opening of the graph? Hello? What is the opening of the graph? Kung nasaan si kung nasaan si F, nandun din yung opening ng graph. At hindi pwede, yung opening niya nasa left. Hindi pwedeng mag-left yan kasi total opposite niyang directrix. Now, what is the opening of the graph?
Right po, sir.
It's always on the right side. Ang tagal yung sumagot. Number 3 na tayo. Simple lang yung tanong. Kung kabaliktaran niya yung directrix, ibig sabihin, nasa right siya. Yung F natin, hindi pwedeng opening niya ganyan, hindi rin pwedeng ganyan. Kasi yung directrix nga nasa left. So, ibig sabihin, opposite lang yung opening. So, ang sagot lang dapat is right. And yung focus natin nasa right. Oh, binigyan niyo na kayo ng idea. Ngayon, bigay nyo sa akin what is the vertex. We don't know the vertex here eh. So how to find the value of vertex if you're going back to the definition of the vertex. So what is the answer? Oh, sabi niya midway between the directrix. We already know the value of the directrix. We already know also the value of the focus. And how to find the value of the vertex using given the focus and the directrix only. So how to find the value of the vertex? Answer. What are we going to do? Midway between this directrix and the focus is the midway or the vertex. Oh, may hint na kayo doon. It is always align at focus. Align yan palagi. So, nasaan si focus? Kung nasaan si focus, nandun din si kahilera niya din si vertex. So, ano yung sagot? Uy, the
Sir,
vertex.
negative 1 po.
Answer?
Negative 1 po.
Negative 1 sino? Sino yung negative 1?
Sir, negative 1 yung X for yung sa Y po.
Okay, the vertex is, bilangin natin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yung vertex natin dyan, 1, 2, 3. Ito yung gitna, di ba? So, this is 1. Ano yung sabi mo? Negative? Negative?
Negative
Negative
1, sir.
1, tapos 4. So, this is the vertex. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ang pinakagitna nila is vertex. And this is negative 1 kasi to the left. Very good. May nakaintindi na isa. Salamat. Maraming salamat. Ito yung kanyang graph. So, hindi na ba kukunin yung latus rectum? Hindi na, as long as alam mong kunin. Ang importante kasi dyan is standard form of the equation of the parabola. Okay. So, tingnan natin ulit. May vertex tayo, di ba? Hello? Anong gagamitin natin na formula? Sinong naka-squared? Yung y or x? Oh, opening niya to the right. Anong naka-squared? Y or x?
Y, sir.
Very
Sir,
good.
Y.
Thank you so much. Kasi nga, nakaharap siya sa Y. Or, opens right. Kapag opens to right, Y. Kapag downward upward, opens ng downward upward, X. So, ang gagamitin natin dito is Y minus K squared is equivalent to 4P, then X minus H. We're going to substitute the following data. Okay? So, y minus k. First, sir, how to find the value of 4p? Solve nga natin yung 4p muna. Paano natin kukunin yung 4p na yan? Or what is the value of p? Yung ginawa natin dito, tignan nyo. Paano ko nakuha yung 4p dito? Yung p ko dito, nagbilang lang ako ng tigi isang unit. So, yun yung p. Yan yung importance ng value ng p. Since meron tayo dito na f, v, and directrix. Ngayon, kunin natin yung value ng 4p. Answer. Bilangin nyo lang yung distance ng vertex to focus or vertex to directrix. Two possible answer kasi parehas lang yung kanilang distance. Answer.
3, sir.
So 3 is, what is 3? P? Is it P? What is the value of P here? Is it 6 or 3? Hello? What is the value of P? The value of P here, ubos yung oras. P is equal to 3. Kahit alam niyo yung sagot, hindi kayo magsalita. So this is the vertex. Bilangin natin 1, 2, 3. So 3 ang ating P. So we're going to substitute. 4 times 3. Tapos, x minus h natin. So x minus, yung h natin, this is h, tapos this is k. Diba? So the value of h here is plus 1. Then the value of y, then k is 4. So y minus 4 squared is equal to y minus 4 squared is equal to 12x plus 1. So this is the final answer. Nagets niyo po ba? Kung yan yung value ng h po. Nag-plus 1 siya because we have the negative 1, then substitute the value of negative 1 to the last equation, which is x minus h. You're going to multiply negative to negative 1. That's why we have x plus 1 here. Did you get it po? You have any questions po regarding number 3? Hello? Hello po. Do you have any questions? Number 3, number 3?
No, sir, but can we have another example po?
Okay. Let's have another example. Basta po yung P, guys. If you're going to get the value of P, just count the distance from vertex to focus. Okay? Or, from vertex to directrix kasi nga, it is always the same. The distance between vertex to focus is the same way the distance from vertex to directrix. Kung bibilangin mo yan, 6. Di ba? I-divide mo sa 2, o di 3, that is the distance or what that is the importance of the value of P and for P. Yung dalawang yun ang pinaka-importante dito. Okay? So find the standard form of the equation of the parabola. The vertex is 2, negative 3 and the focus is 2, negative 5. Una, ang gagawin natin dito i-plot muna natin. So 2, negative 3, what quadrant? Anong quadrant si 2, negative 3? Quadrant, is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4?
4, sir.
It's 4. So, dito po yung 4 ha. So, the rectangular coordinate system ninyo, hindi nyo na maalala. So, this is 1, 2. Positive yung x. Yung y, negative. So, pababa. 1, 2, 3. So, this is 2, negative 3. This is our vertex. Ulitin ko. Kung nasan si focus, that is the opening of the graph. So we need to locate, we need to plot 2, negative 5. And 2, negative 5 is the same location, which is quadrant 4. So we're going to add 2 units downward. 1, 2. So this is the focus here. Now, what is the directrix? If we already have the value of vertex and focus, what is the directrix? What is the ordered pair of directrix? Answer? Yeah. Mm.
2, negative 1, sir.
2, negative 1. Very good. This is the directrix. So, 2, negative 1. Nandito yung kanyang location. 2, negative 1. Ang kanyang directrix. And what is the opening of the graph? Oh, nandyan na yung directrix nyo. Nandyan na. Ayan o. Nandyan na yung directrix nyo. Oh. Opposite. Oh, pag yan, hindi nyo pa alam yung kanyang opening, babatukan ko na kayo ha. Ano yung opening? Is it downward or upward?
Upward, sir.
Ah!
Up.
Upward. Sino nagsabing upward yan? Answer. What is the opening?
Down, sir.
It's downward. Not upward. This is the directrix kasi nasaraduan na yung upward. Kaya ang possible answer lang talaga dyan is downward. Kaya what is the question? Here, find the standard form of the equation of the parabola. Okay? So we're going to find the standard form. Since we already know the value of the directrix which is negative 1. So that is y is equal to negative 1. So this is the directrix. Y is equal to negative 1. Yung kanina, yung binigay nyo is the coordinates which is 4. correct, but the specific answer here, since we are looking for the value of directrix, ang nasagasaan niyang axis is y, and nasa negative 1 siya. And then the opening here is, syempre, sabi niyo, downward. Kasi kung nasaan yung focus, nandun yung opening ng graph. And since we're looking for the value of the standard form of the equation, we're going to find the value first, the value ng P. Ano yung value ng P? What is the value of P? Oh, madali lang kunin yung value ng P. Nandyan na, bilangin nyo lang, vertex to directrix or vertex to focus.
Two,
Ilan?
sir.
Very good. It's
Negative 2,
2.
Two.
sir.
Tandaan nyo palagi,
Negative
ang
2.
value ng P natin is always positive.
Okay.
Absolute value lagi yan, ha? I repeat, the value of P is always positive. Now, what is the value of 4P now? 4P is equal to what? 4 times 2 equals?
8, sir.
8, sir.
Very good. It's equal 8. Now, ano po yung gagamitin natin na formula? Yung HK or origin? HK or origin? Ay, ang bagal nyo mag-identify kung origin or
Yung
vertex.
HK po ba, sir?
HK. Kasi nga, may laman yung vertex, hindi naman 0, 0 yan eh. Okay, so gagamitin natin yung HK, yung mahaba. Ngayon, tanong ulit. Anong gagamitin ko? Yung sinong may exponent? Yung Y or X? Saan ba nakaharap yung yung parabola? Nakaharap siya sa X. Nakaharap siya sa X. So yung X yung may exponent. X minus h squared. Oh, nagigets niyo po ba yung pinupoint at ko dito? Kung nasaan yung harap, kung ano yung tinuturo ng harap, yung may exponent, which is the value ng x, hindi y. X minus h is raised squared is equal to 4p. Sir, downward yun eh. If it is downward, we're going to use negative, sir, di ba? Alright, so we just add negative beside 4. And y minus the value of k. We're going to substitute the value na because we already have the value of hk, which is the vertex. So simply substitute what is the value of h here. What is the value of h? Answer? X minus? X minus? What is the value of h?
2,
3.
2. X minus 2 squared equals, we have negative here, no? So, negative 4p yung formula na gagamitin natin. Ano ba yung nakuha natin? Anong nakuha natin 4p kanina? Anong nakuha natin? Hello?
8,
Anong
sir.
nakuha? 8. So, ilalagay natin dyan, 8, ha? Ang ilalagay ko dyan, 8. 8. Pero may negative. So, don't forget to include negative. Nagigets nyo po ba? Hello? Nagets
Opo.
nyo po ba? So, may negative yan ha, kasi downward. Pero nakuha na natin yung 4p, 8. So, pinalitan ko na to ng 8. Next, y. What is the value of k? What is the value of k?
Sir, positive 3 po.
Very good. It's positive 3 because we have negative 3 from our y or k. So, this is the final answer. Do you have any questions? Hello? May tanong po ba? Hello po? May tanong
None,
ba?
sir.
Na. Now, let's have another example. We're going to
Sir,
convert.
meron po.
Sige, go. Go lang. Huwag kayong maya magtanong. Kung hindi nyo
Sir, kasi
naiintindihan.
kanina po,
Oh, sige.
during last questions po,
Number
ano,
3.
binigay yung day po. Sir,
Number?
wait lang kasi.
Number 2.
Sir, kasi,
Kasi,
yung sa P, sir, nung kinuha niyo yung P, dinivide niyo sa 4.
oh.
Ngayon, sir, dinivide niyo po sa,
Anong number
ay,
yung dinivide ko
tinimes
sa
niyo po
4?
sa 4. Yung hindi ko alam, sir, basta ginawa niyo.
Sadya, i-identify mo.
Sir, yung 3,
3. Anong dinivide ko dyan sa 4?
ay, yung 2, sir.
Saan? 2. Saan dyan?
Eh,
Saan yung dinivide ko?
ayan,
Ito?
sir, yung 4P, dinivide niyo sa 4.
Kaya nga, di ba 4 na to, di ba? Ang 4P na nakuha
Yes.
nila, 4. Gets mo? Ngayon, para makuha
Sir,
mo...
kapag may given na yung 4, i-divide sa 4.
Hindi. Depende rin yan. Kasi nga, 4P, di ba? O kunyari, pag naging 2P, di-divide mo sa 2. Di ba ang hinahanap natin is value ng P. You always divide for 4 kasi po ang hinahanap. So to eliminate 4, divide mo palagi sa P. O paano pag 2P yung binigay? Tapos 8, o paano mo gagawin? Paano mo hanapin yung P? O di-divide mo sa 2, P is equal to 4. Pero since
Okay,
we're
sir.
looking for
Gets
the
na.
value of 4P, always divided by 4. Gets na po?
Sige po. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next, tanong. Number 5. Wala na kayong tanong? Yes, go ahead. For questions,
Sir,
itanong mo na.
paano
Hmm?
ko malalaman if saan ko na, kung nakaharap po siya sa X or sa Y po? Kasi dun po ako nahihirapan.
Paano nyo malalaman kung nakaharap, ano?
Nakaharap,
Nakaharap
paano po
yung?
siya malalaman kung nakaharap po siya sa X or nakaharap po siya sa Y?
Okay.
Yung graph po.
Kanya-kanyang, ano yan, kanya-kanyang tanong. Tingnan mo tong number 1. Tingnan mo tong number 1. Alam ko na agad ang kanyang opening. Why? Kasi nga, ang naka-x
Yes
squared
po,
dito
sir.
is x. Nagets mo ba? Anong naka-squared? X, di ba? Kapag naka-squared ang x natin dito,
Yes po.
okay, gawin ako ng yellow. Green na lang. Okay. Ang naka-squared is x. Dalawa, possible answer. Could be downward or upward. Kasi nga, ganyan yung x eh. Ito yung x oh. Ibig sabihin, nakaharap yung kating parabola sa x lang. Okay? Since yung 8 natin, yung 4p natin is positive, so automatic po yan downward. Okay? I mean upward. Kasi positive eh. Kaya, upward, yung opening na agad ng number 1. By simply looking at the equation, alam mo na agad yung opening. Just like the number 2. What is the opening of the graph? Sir, positive yan, sir. And then yung naka-squared is y. Okay. That is right, sir. Why is it right? If you're going to graph, since ang y natin is ito yung y, and then naka-squared yung y, ibig sabihin nakaharap yung y, nakaharap yung parabola sa y. Ito yung y, oh. So, nakaharap yan. So, siya yung may squared, oh. Then, oh, na-squared siya, oh. Nasa y yung squared. Ibig sabihin, it could be left or it could be right. Paano mo nalaman kung right or left? Tingnan mo yung 4P. Yung 4P natin dyan, hindi 4Ps. Positive yan, sir, oh. Ibig sabihin, to the right. Kaya nga, to the right to. Oh, yan yung tatandaan ninyo. Paulit-ulit kong sinasabi. Ito naman, sir. Sir, paano namin malalaman kung left at right ito, sir? O, tingnan nyo na lang. I-locate mo yung directrix. Sinaraduhan ka na, oh. Sarado na ang to the left mo. Ibig sabihin, ang opening mo is to the right. Kung ang directrix mo nakaganyan sa taas, kunyari ganyan, directrix mo to. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-directrix na open to the right and open to the left. Ang possible answer mo na lang is opens downward. Kasi directrix, that is the technique on how to identify what is the opening of the graph. Because the directrix is the total opposite of the opening of the parabola. Nako. Number 4. Find the
Thank
standard
you po.
form of the equation of the parabola given the vertex is 2, -3 and focus is 2, -5. Oh, binigay na yung vertex, binigay na yung focus, guys. Oh, tingnan nyo. Pag binigay na yung vertex at focus, balik na rin mo, yun ang directrix. Naka-close na yung kanyang border pa-upward. Okay? So, hindi ka pwedeng mag-left, hindi ka pwedeng mag-right. Possible answer, downward. Kasi sarado na yung upward. Hindi din pwede ang left at right. Kasi nga, yung directrix mo nasa taas. I mean horizontal. Hindi siya vertical. If your directrix is vertical, your possible opening should be opening niya is right or left. Since this is horizontal, then the opening is it could be downward or upward. Naiintindihan ba?
Yes, sir. Thank you po. Thank you
Okay.
po.
Next, y squared minus 2y plus 12x minus 35 is equal to 0. Alam nyo ba ang mag-conduct ng completing the square? Did you learn that one during your circles? Hello? Do you know how to conduct completing the square? Yes or no? Uy, sumagot kayo.
Yes,
Alam nyo ba?
sir.
O, sige nga, what is the third term of y squared minus 2y? If you know how to conduct completing the square. What is the third term of y squared minus 2y? What is the third term? Hmm. Y squared minus 2y. It is always plus equals negative 12x minus, I mean plus 35 is equal to, so ganyan lang pala. Kasi we're following the standard form. So plus 35. Now, can you give me the last term? This is the format when it comes to parabola. This is different from the circle. So what is y squared minus 2y plus blank is equal to negative 12x plus 35 plus blank. So what is the third term if we're going to conduct or utilize the completing the square method? Answer. Anyone from the class? What is the third term of y squared minus 2y? Answer. What is the answer? Wait, completing the square. Just get the quotient of the second term, then the quotient square, get the squared the quotient, and what is the final answer? 2. Uy, alam ko kausap. Nasaan si Ranyo? Ikaw na lang ang kausap ko, di ka pa sumasagot.
Sorry sir, nakalimutan ko po siya.
Ay, nako. O, tingnan nyo to. X squared plus 6x plus. Oh, we're going to conduct completing the square here. We're going to divide the second term by 2. What is the answer? The second term here is 6 divided by 2, completing the square answer.
3 sir.
3. Now, get the square of 3. Answer.
9, sir.
9. That is a complete square. So
9.
whatever the result here is, we're going to add at the right side of the equation. So if it is 9, yung nasa dulo, plus 9. So we're going to apply this one using this number 5. So what is negative 2? Or when it comes to completing the square, disregard the sign always. So what is 2 divided 2?
1
1,
sir.
1 raised to 2.
1.
The
1
1. Oh, you're
sir.
going to add here what? Here, anong lalagay ko dito?
1 sir.
1. Whatever the result here, just add to the right side. Pinaturuan ng circle. Next. Kalimutan nyo yung tinuro ni Sir Rain. Hindi kayo pumasok. Yeah. Next. We're going to express y squared minus 2y plus 1 into exponential form or binomial. Perfect square binomial of y squared minus 2y plus 1. Answer. What is the binomial? Oh. Y squared minus 2y plus 1. What is the binomial? Perfect square binomial yan, no? What is the factors of y squared minus 2y plus 1? And transform the factors into binomial. Answer? Huh. Di ba ang x squared plus 6x plus 9? The technique here, you're going to get the constant number, get the factor of 9, that will be 3 times 3 only. Because 3 times 3, whatever the sum of 3 and 3, the result will be 6. It must be 6 to make it correct. Just like this, in y squared minus 2y plus 1. So how are you going to factor out y squared minus 2y plus 1 to make it a perfect square binomial? Answer? Oh, answer. STEM. Wala STEM. Kabaw. O di 1. Negative 1. Tuloy. Y negative 1 squared is the factor. What is the factors of y squared minus 2y plus 1? O di y minus 1, y minus 1. Because negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. And negative 1 plus negative 1 is negative 2. That's why the perfect square binomial is y minus 1 squared. Ay, nako. Negative 12x plus 36. Copy y minus 1 squared is equivalent to, we have negative 12x plus 36. We're going to express our answer in the form of standard form. So we need to factor out negative 12x plus 36. What is the commonalities between 12 and 36? Hello, what are common between 12 and 36? Are these divisible by 12? 12 and 36. Divisible ba sila sa 12? Both? 12 and
Yes,
36?
yes,
Yes.
yes, sir.
So we're going to isolate negative 12 para magmukha siyang standard form. So what is the quantity? Negative 12? Oh, complete the quantity. X, what? X minus?
2.
Ah, 2. If it is 2, then 24. Ah,
Sir,
3,
3,
sir.
sir.
3 ah,
3.
3. 3 yan. Ay, naku kayo ah. Papaloy kayo ng 2 por 2. Yan. Oh, final answer na yan. I mean, ano bang tinahanap dito? Ah, equation. Ah, ito na yung equation niya. Yan. That is the equation. Ngayon, paano natin kukunin yung vertex using the equation? Oh, sige nga. Yun, hindi nyo alam ha. Papaluin ko kayo ng 4 by 4. Ah, vertex. Can you give me the vertex? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Sir, 3 in 1?
3 and very good. It's 3 and
1,
1.
sir.
3 and
Because the
1.
3 and 1, the counterpart of y is the value of k. The counterpart of h is the value of x. So as you can see, we did not change the sign. It is negative. That's why 3, 1. Now, what is the value of... So we have the vertex. Lagyan natin, vertex is 3, 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, and nandito yung vertex natin. So this is the vertex. So what is the equivalent of 4p? Oh, ilan yung 4p natin dito?
Negative 3, sir.
Very good. It's negative, negative, what? Come again?
3, sir. Negative
Negative?
3. Negative, huh?
4p ah?
Negative 3, sir.
oh,
Mali.
Ay,
Ano yung 4p natin oh?
Negative 1, sir.
Negative
Ah!
12.
Negative 12!
Negative 12.
Ang
ay, sorry,
na!
sir.
Grabe na!
12 pala, sir.
P yun!
Akala ko, sir, equivalent ng E.
That is P. I'm not talking about the value of P. I'm talking about the value of 4P. It's negative.
3.
Negative 3. Okay, katawan.
Negative
Diyos.
12, sir.
Not negative 3. It's negative 12.
Negative 12, sir.
It's negative 12. If we're going to get the value of P, what is the value of P?
positive 3 po.
It's 3 because P is
Negative.
always the absolute value. You
Ah,
get just divided by 4. And the value of P is 3. Gets mo ba?
yes,
Hello?
sir.
Hello?
Yes, yes, sir.
Alright, nagigets nyo ba? So what is the opening of the graph? The exponent is the y variable and we have the negative. And now, what is the opening of the graph? Is it right or left? What is the opening of
Sir,
the graph?
left.
It's to
Left, sir.
the to
Left,
the
sir.
to the left. So ibig sabihin po, since we already know the opening of the graph, it is located to the left side and we're going to count 3 units to the left and 3 units to the right. Start from vertex. So this is 1, 2, 3. Okay? Next is 1, 2, 3. Ngayon, sabihin nyo sa akin, saan ang F, saan ang directrix? Oh, sabi nyo ang opening to the left. Where is the focus? Where is the focus?
Sir, 0, 1.
01.
0, 1. The focus is 0, 1. So this is the focus. This is F. Very good. So our F here is 0, 1. And this is the opening of the graph. Now, what is the directrix? Directrix is nandito. So what is the directrix? Anong nasagasaan niya? X, di ba? X is
Sir,
equal to...
X.
Again?
6.
The answer
Sir,
is...
X, 6.
Very good. It's X is equal to 6. Do you have any questions? Ano? Hello? Do you have any questions regarding number 5? Hello po.
No, no,
None,
sir.
sir. Yan. So,
None.
paano ba ma-identify, sir? Eh, naka-squared yung y eh. So, sir, yung 4p ko, negative 10. Ay, yung y naka-squared. Yung 4p ko, sir, negative 12. So, ang possible lang po yan is to the left. Alright? So, last one. Sagutin ko to. Itong number 8. So, we have y-axis. Here po, find the equation of the parabola having its vertex at the origin. Last example na to kasi time na. An axis of symmetry as indicated and passing through the indicated point. So, y-axis and 4, 2. Pag ganito yung tanong, ganito yung siya atakihin, ha? So, y-axis yan. Ano ba ang kabaliktaran ng y-axis, guys? What is the kabaliktaran? What is the opposite of y? Hello? What?
X.
X. Ang gagamitin nyo kapag ganyan yung tanong, gamitin yung x squared is equal to 4p y. Okay? Ngayon, what is the value of x? What is the value of y? What is x? Is it 4 or 2?
4.
4. The value of x is 4. The value of y here is 2. Now, we're going to substitute the data. So, I mean, x is equal to 4. So, palitan nyo na agad ha. 4 raised to 2. Tapos, copy yung 4, copy din yung p. And then, yung y mo is 2, di ba? So, magiging, what is 4 squared? What is 4 squared? 4 squared is
16.
16 is equivalent to, what is 4 times 2?
8.
8p. Then divide by 8, divide by 8, answer.
2.
So this is 2. The value of p here is 2. So we're going to x squared is equal to 4py. We're going to get the equation na. So 4 times, what is p again? 2. Then y. X squared is equal to 8y. Gets po? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So next, number 2. What is the opposite of x-axis?
Y.
Y. So we're going to use y squared is equal to 4px. What is the value of x here? What is the value of x?
4.
What is the value of y?
8, sir.
8. Just simply substitute the following data that we gathered. So we have y is 8, x squared equals 4p. The value of x is 4. So we have 64. 4 times 4 is 16p. Divide by p. What is the answer? What is the value? Divide by 10. 16 rather. So divide by 16. What is 64 divided 16? What is the answer, guys? What is the value of p?
Sir. 4.
It's 4. Are you sure it's 4? 4 times 16 is 24. 4 raised to 2. Okay, very good. So p. So next, x squared is equal to, y squared. So, sorry. Y squared is equal to 4px. Substitute the data. Y squared is equal to 4 times 4 called x. Then y squared is equal to 16x. Did you get it? Hello? Hello po.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Do you have any questions? May tanong ba? Hello? May tanong kayo? Iranyo? Sino ba yung mga sumasagot kanina? Iranyo?
None, sir.
Bench? Chris? Sino yung babae na nahilo sa 4P? Sino yun? Siguro kasabi siya ng 4Ps. Ah, sino yun?
Sir,
Iranyo?
Edo sir.
Alright. Do you have any questions pa? Do you have any questions? May tanong pa ba? Kasi kung wala na, mag-iwan ako ng code. Okay? Don't forget to educate your mind and your heart, ha? So educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Okay? So that's all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you so much. If you want to get the video lesson, ibigay ko na lang kay Sir Rain itong video lesson kasi recorded to. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Tayo po.